What's going on, guys? Mecha Ish here, and from Funko Pop Games and Riot Games, I got the League of Legends complete collection here, including a special edition collector's box that I'm going to be unboxing right here in this video. So we're going to have a lot of fun, guys. Let's do it.
Level 138 in progress. For launch in 3, 2.
Step out of your world and step into mine.
Welcome back, guys, to another Funko Pop video review, and I have all 7 champions from the awesome League of Legends game brought to you by Funko Pop Games alongside Riot Games. Now, for those of you guys that don't know of League of Legends, it is huge. It has a huge competitive scene. It is a MOBA, which is a multiplayer online battle arena game, and I have 7 figures here that are known as champions. But I've been keeping my eye on these guys and this game through YouTube and via Twitch, so I am so excited to have these guys here finally in Funko Pop form. Now, you have your standard boxes here labeled numbers 2 to 7, but then you have the sad mummy right in front of you, and that's Amumu, that is locked inside this special edition collector's box that is a GameStop exclusive, and he has a few other cool Funko swag with him. So this is going to be awesome. I'm going to be doing your standard reviews here for all of these Funko Pops individually, and then we're going to get an unboxing at the end. So this is going to be big. This is going to be fun. This is going to be epic. Let's get to it already. So I'm going to be borrowing Lee Sin here, but of course you have your standard window box that we know for these Funko figures. You got the Pop Games logo up top, and then you have this sweet looking logo of the League of Legends embossed and done in this nice gold lettering. This looks amazing, and this is of course number 3 here for Lee Sin, and all of them have their respective numbers on the top right. You got some nice artwork of the character inside, and then you have a nice view here of Lee Sin, so you can see how well detailed these guys are. The paint apps are seemingly top notch here. I can't wait to take them out. But then you have the names at the bottom. On one side you have the Pop Games logo, Lee Sin. You have a little bit of the same, of course, the top of their heads. On the back you have the entire lineup, which I'm going to be reviewing and showing you guys right here in this video. Of course, you got more of the Pop Games logo, the name, the number, and more of that artwork. So on this side of the box, we have all of the nice full artwork images of Ashe, Lee Sin, Braum, Jinx, Six, and Thresh. Of course, we have Amumu, which I'm going to be showing you guys later, but how cool does this look? So as you guys can tell, the boxes themselves are pieces of art. So if you guys wanted to keep these all mint and packaged, I ain't mad at that. But I'm going to be taking all 6 of these guys outside of their boxes to see what they're all about. All right, we're going to start it off with number 2 in the collection, which is Ashe, the Frost Archer. Now, she has a great character design. I love the armored plating here. As you can see, it's all done in gold over that sculpted detail, especially here by her hood. Some of the gold is kind of fading in some areas. It looks like the blue of her hood is kind of seeping through there, but it is not too bad. It is pretty clean for the most part. You don't see any of the gold coming over. I do love the sculpt of the hood all the way down to the tip. You can see some of the wrinkles there. A little bit of a bummer here. It looks like a glue stain got caught on the top back of her hood. We do have the white hair sculpted in underneath the hood, which looks cool. I mean, it looks like it was a separate piece kind of plugged in, so it's not as smooth as it could have been. I do like the flesh tone paint, but you can see it's not as smooth towards the tip of the front of her hood right there. It's kind of bulging out. We do have the nice triangular nose, the deep black eyes with the eyelashes nicely painted, and you got that kind of light blue, almost grayish eyebrows that are painted in. Nice line work again on the hair, flipping off to the side. Just a really cool looking character, and going down, you see the big head kind of overshadows the small body. These guys are in the 3 3/4 inch scale. She's almost at 4 inches in height. She does come with a stand, by the way. Let me say that before I forget. So even though she has the big head, she should not fall over on your shelf. But great combination between the gold armor plating of her shoulders. You got her breastplate, which is nicely painted. You got here the gold armbands, which seemingly very clean with the flesh tone paint. You got the gauntlets with the nice design. The gold could have been painted a little bit cleaner there, but I am loving this transparent icy blue bow and arrow that she is rocking. Now, if you look behind the bow and arrow, you can see she has kind of an off-white yellowish strap around her waist. I wish it could have been painted a little bit cleaner and a little fuller, but we do have the nice paint apps on that beautiful skirt piece at the bottom. You can see her quiver on the back, which has nice sculpted detail, all done in that gold. And then you have more of the transparent blue arrows right in the quiver. This is probably the best paint apps on this figure right here. Nice separation between that gold and the blue. Everything is so clean, so crisp. And then you have that nice design at the bottom. And going down her legs, you got some more detail with the blue, the gold plating. I love these gold boots. That's a great, cool looking character, and I can't wait to put her on my shelf. And now we get to Lee Sin, the Blind Monk. And I think this is a very cool character design. I am loving the way the red and the white are just mixing so well together. You can see he is the Blind Monk, and he has that red wrap around his face, and nicely done with that red paint. None of it spilling over over to this mostly bald dome here, nor does it spill over to his cheeks or his triangular nose, which is nicely done. You can see the flesh tone paint is very smooth, and I am loving the line work and all of that detail of that wraparound. You can see right at the front and center, he kind of has that golden swirl, which looks like the half of a yin yang, but looks so cool. And then you have that nicely painted baby blue circle right in the center. Now he got this sweet looking beard, and it looks like the black paint could have been painted a little bit fuller within the sculpt, but if you see, it kind of stopped and cut off just so evenly, where it looks so sick the way it actually has the tip of the sculpt here. So it is actually working so well for Lee Sin. Now he has this awesomely sculpted braided ponytail. You can see the golden band, which is decently painted, and then you go all the way down, you got the crisscross red X's all the way down, and it just kind of cuts off there, so that seemed pretty weird, but I think that's just to prevent any hindrance in the articulation. But if you see, it kind of loops around and it thins down towards his upper torso and his neck, so you got more of that hair with the crisscross red X's all the way until you get to the back by that little bell at the tip. Now I did want to point out some of the red X's here on the top, the big bulky part of his hair could have been a lot better painted. You can see some of the black coming onto the red and vice versa, whereas the paint applied on the hair around his neck and torso is a lot cleaner. Great job with the detailing of this tattoo of the dragon going across his back, and you can see a little bit on his arm. Now on both arms you have these nicely sculpted forearm wrappings, and you can see some more of that red crisscrossing through his forearms, but the red could have been painted a little bit cleaner, but I do like the paint of the white. So very clean paint job with the torso, with the flesh tone paint, no sloppiness whatsoever, and the tattoos are still nice and cleanly applied. I like the sculpted musculature on Lee Sin, and I love the way he is posing that martial arts ready stance. Now you have this great golden buckle here, and then you have this red flap that is towards the front, and he has a little one towards the back. Some of the red unfortunately has spilled on upwards to the gold and the white of his belt. Then you have more of that detail sculpted in with these white kind of beads going onto the rings that should be painted in gold, but some of the white came over to the gold, so it's not the cleanest of paint jobs, but it still looks pretty cool. Going down by his pants, they're just pretty much in gray, and then to his boots with some more of that white wrapping with the red crisscross action again, and then you got his brown shoes. And now we get to Braum, who's probably one of my favorites so far just because he is so big. Not really in height, he's still at that 4-inch, 3 3/4 inch scale, but he is so happy looking and he is humongous in body mold and sculpt. But let's take a look at that big bushy brown mustache of his, and of course he's smiling because it's tilted upwards. You got his eyes, which are kind of unique for the Funko figures, where normally they're in that deep black circle, but here they painted it upwards, giving it a little bit of a curve to signify that he's smiling and that he's happy to be in my collection, of course. Then we have the bushy brown eyebrows also. Now here the paint could have been a little bit cleaner. You see the brown spilled over to his flesh tone, but it's not too bad, and the flesh tone of his big bald head is pretty smooth throughout. But great job, triangular nose, just a cool looking head sculpt. Dude is very happy, but he is heavy, and mostly in part due to this big shield of his. I love the battle worn look right by this golden top here. You can see the dents are actually sculpted in, a little bit of scratch mark. Great sculpted detail and paintwork all the way throughout. I am loving that ram. It looks sick. I mean, take a look at it from the side. That is huge, and the width of this thing is almost as wide as his big head. Loving the ram horns. You got little touches of brown right here painted in there, and then you have those nice blue eyes along with that center on his forehead. This is just an awesome looking shield. You got some more gold in the back and then more at the bottom. I don't think you have to worry about this guy taking a tumble on your shelf. Now taking a look at his body mold, take a look at how wide this dude is. I mean, you got the nice sculpted musculature of his chest. Look how big those pecs are, right? Even from the side, you got those big arms going to those awesomely painted gold and blue gauntlets, all the way down to his brown gloves, and then his fingers, which are painted in the same flesh tone throughout, so it looks fantastic. And then you have this nice brown strap with some golden buttons all the way to that awesome shoulder guard here with some fur on top and golden outlines. And right at the center of his torso, he has this awesomely sculpted armor piece with the Ram logo dead center. Nicely done, clean paint apps. You got the brown of the belt going all the way throughout with a nice gold outline here, and you got some more of that gold buttons. And even the tattoos on his back and on his left shoulder are cleanly applied with that lighter blue. Loving the skirt piece here that is armor plated, as you can tell by the gold paint on the outlines. You got his brown pants, and then you have the top of his boots, which have the fur nicely sculpted all the way throughout. And I am loving the shields that are right at the front, and you can see the sculpted detail right there. there. Got some more golden buckles on his boots, and then you have just an awesome look overall. I am loving Braum. And here we have Jinx, the loose cannon. Now this is a fantastic looking figure. Look how vibrant this is. I mean, all of these colors, oh my goodness, this looks like something that came out of Borderlands and something my daughter is gonna snatch away from me, I'm sure. But I am loving the sculpted detail that is just accentuated and made better by the awesome paint apps here. You can see the little braids that actually help her stance. Nice sculpted detail all the way throughout. Nice blue coloring. Like I said, everything about this figure is vibrant. It is popping. Look at those eyes done in that nice lavender color. You got the same blue eyebrows there. Awesomely sculpted front of her hair, that little flip there. Of course, you got the flesh tone paint. She's a little bit paler than the other guys, but then you have a little bit of blush actually painted on there that kind of matches her eye color. And then she got a little bikini that is kind of alternating between the pink and the black, and even down here by the left arm. She got some awesomely colored tattoos there all the way down her right arm. She got the black gloves, and then she is holding this humongous gun that is all done in purple and black. But take a look at all of that sculpted detail. Looks like a big chain gun. You do not want to mess with this girl. I'm gonna rotate the head all the way so you can take a look at that awesome shark missile on her back that is strapped in with a nicely painted brown and golden buckle. This is so awesome. I am loving this character. She has golden bullets around her waist held in with the black strap, and she has this nice little sidearm there that's painted in kind of a teal and gold, which looks nicely done. You got more of the black straps going down her leg. You can see her pink little bottom, and then you have her left leg again alternating pink and black, and her boots look pretty awesome with a little boo-boo on her knee. You can see represented by that band-aid on. So this is such a cool and fun character that is definitely gonna pop on your shelf. And number 6 in the collection is 6, and she looks epic, guys. This is a fantastic looking figure here. Of course, you have the nicely sculpted head. You got the same triangular nose, same deal with the eyes and the eyelashes. But take a look at how cool this girl is. You can see the lavender eyebrow with that little cut right in the middle. You can see the little crew cut mixed in with the long hair. So very punkish style to her, which I'm loving. Nice sculpted detail, nice layers on the fuller part of her head, all the way down with all of those waves. I am loving the goggles here. Take a look at that, the gold and that nice royal blue right at the center of each goggle. And this is raised, nice sculpted detail. Take a look at that. Wow, great job, guys. And of course, you have the brown leading all the way around her head. Now, for her ears, you got nice painted gray earrings there. And then on her nose, she even has a nose ring on the left side. So when do you see that on a Funko figure? Of course, you have the tattoo in Roman numerals 6. Now, 6 is armored up to the gills. I am loving this little jacket piece they have on her in that darker brown color. You got the gold outline there, sculpted in and painted nicely. And then on her chest area, you got more of that design with the gold and the blue, going down to that brown belt with the golden buckle. I mean, a lot of detail here, and from what I can tell, the paint apps are very clean on this figure. And you got more of that gold outline at the bottom, a little bit of pink on the right hip of hers down to her brown pants. Now, her right knee has this blue armored piece there, and on her left, it's like a regular knee pad. You can see the brown of her knee kind of pointing out there. Then she got these blue boots, kind of big feet there, but with nice high heels, armored all the way through with a little brown strap on the back here, and this one has a little bit of a wrap. Take a look at these gauntlets. Oh my goodness, guys, this is fantastic. I am loving the attention to detail, the composition between the silver paint and the gold, and then you got little touches of blue. This is top notch, guys. And take a look at her back. You got more detail sculpted in the back. It's kind of hard to tell because of the shadowing from the big head, which I'm sorry, I'm trying to get that better for you guys. I'm gonna rotate this all the way around just so you can see what I'm talking about. All the way in the top, you got these awesome shoulder guards done with the gold. Nice layering there with the sculpt work. Then you have at the top center of her back, you have this little ring with the white coming out, and then nice gold paint apps all the way to the blue that is all sculpted down, going towards her bottom. You can see some more detail by her shirt, more sculpted detail down by both sides of her legs. This is just a fantastic figure, and as you can see, even though the hair is kind of big, it does rotate all the way around, and she does not stand well on her own, so thankfully she does come with a nice little stand to help you. And now we get to Thresh, who is one of the cooler characters in this collection so far. I mean, I'm loving the contrast between the flat gray portion of his skull, and then you have that bright glossy teal plastic that are representing his flames, nicely sculpted all the way throughout, fanning out towards the top here. This looks so cool. Taking a look at that skull piece, you got the forehead, the eyebrows sculpted in nicely. You You have that deep socket there, and then you have the darker teal colored eyes painted well. Then you have some teeth at the top, and you have the lower portion of his mouth at the bottom. You got the spines that are representing his hair going down, making little hooks at the back there. Such a creepy looking dude. Now this is such a shiny glossy plastic being used that it looks as if Thresh should be glowing in the dark. Unfortunately, he does not, but I'm sure down the line we'll get a glow in the dark version. Now the teal plastic continues on with the forearms, the scythe, and his lamp, but the difference is his forearms, his scythe, and his lamp has some translucent teal plastic, which looks very cool. Now taking a look at his forearms all the way down to his right fist, you can see my finger right behind it. He's holding onto that flat gray handle of his scythe, and again, I'm loving that contrast between the gray paint in there and that translucent teal plastic. It looks awesome. And now for his lamp, you got a little bit more of the same going on there. You got a little more gray all the way around, but I love the sculpt of his left arm. You see the fingers nicely sculpted, the translucent forearms there. Even has a little bit of translucency going on with that lock. Now he has a really cool design for his body as well. Continuing on with that skeleton theme, you can see some bones sculpted in there all the way down to this little skirt piece by his robe, and then towards the back you see it goes around his shoulders and leading all the way to a nice skull at the center of his back, and then you got some spine sculpted in there all the way to like a little bit of a tail that fans out with the rest of his robe, and you see the robe is all tattered. Now on both sides of his robe he also has some demon skulls, and you can see the arch horns. Looks very menacing. You got some more sculpted detail of that of the bones going all the way down, outlining his robe on both sides. Looks very cool. Now when looking at the paint apps of his body, it seems pretty flat when you compare it with the shiny teal sculpt of his head, and then you have the translucent teal of his weapons, but I think it's fitting for the character. You can see you have more of that flat kind of purplish blue robe going on there all the way down to the flat gray used by his boots. Nice sculpted detail there. He does have his keys, which are painted cleanly enough with the teal color. Now with Thresh's imposing design, he is definitely going to catch someone's attention on your show. So have you guys had enough of this League of Legends video? Me neither. Unboxing time. So right at the top of the box you have Amumu there, the sad mummy. He's so sad. Don't worry, you're coming to my collection. You got the Pop Games logo. Nice full artwork image there of Amumu. This is sick. Limited edition League of Legends collector's box. I almost don't want to open it. You got a little bit of the same on this side. On this side you have Thresh, which is the pocket pop keychain included, and on this side you have Lucian. That's going to be a mystery minifigure inside of the box. Now we're going to open this up together. You can see it's wrapped in plastic. Let's take that plastic right off. So I remove all of the plastic, and you can see it's in your typical kind of shoebox when we do these unboxing videos, but this is so well designed. If you wanted to keep this locked away just like this forever in your collection, that would be awesome too. But I'm going to open this up, and I could have made a separate video, but I wanted to open it up with you guys and give you guys a one-stop shop for all your League of Legends pops here. So I'm opening it up wide open. Let's take this out. Let's see what's first. Oh, this is cool. So we have the League of Legends Poros 3-pack here. Now, there's a total of 6 of these Poros we can get. Now, I only got these 3. I'm going to work hard and get the other 3 for you guys. But we have Project Poro, King Poro, and Shadow Isles Poro. This is so cool. You can see only at GameStop. On the top, Poro vinyl figure 3-pack League of Legends, and towards the back you can see the other set, which is this one right here, which looks very cool. So I'm gonna try and get that one for you guys, and it'll pop up in another video. This is pretty awesome. I'm gonna open these guys up and show you pictures towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Let's see what else is in this box. All right, so here is that pocket pop keychain of Thresh. Now this is very cool looking. Now we don't have that glossy plastic there used for the teal color of his flames, but it still looks pretty awesome. And I don't know if I'm going to be putting this on my keychain. I might just keep it here because we do have that sweet looking box again with the embossed League of Legends logo with the gold lettering. So this must be the Lucian figure. Now this is, well, is it? It says Lucian, but then on the box you can see it's wrapped up in plastic. We have characters on both sides. You see Braum right there. We got some more characters on the front. Now Lucian is in the front and center. League of Legends, this is such a cool design. I can't get enough of these boxes here. Only at GameStop. I'm gonna rip this open. Let's do this right now. Let's see if Lucian is as advertised. And let's take it right out. How do you open this thing? All right, probably gonna need some scissors because usually they come in a black bag here. Yep. All right, or let's see if I can use my Braum strength and take it out. Oh, it is Lucian! So we do have Lucian. This is a mystery mini. This is very cool looking. They put a lot of effort into these mystery minis as well. They are fun to collect. Wow. Take a look at all of that awesome design. Hopefully they make your standard Funko Pop 3 3/4 in scale of Lucian and other League of Legends, because it's like, what, over 100 of these guys? But these are awesome, and I love this. This is very cool. This is going somewhere on my collection shelf. And last but not least, we finally get to number 1 in your Funko Pop Games League of Legends. We got Amumu. Now here we go, only GameStop. Again, this box is a GameStop exclusive. I'm gonna remove the box right now, and let's focus on the big sad mummy. I don't want him to cry anymore. He is so cute. So here is Amumu finally. You see the Pop Games logo, the awesome League of Legends embossed logo at the top, and this is number 1. So you're number 1, Amumu, please don't cry. And then you have the nice view of Amumu, the picture there, you got his name, only at GameStop. Again, an exclusive figure. This is gonna be hard to find in a little while. Pop Games, Amumu, number 1. And then you have, like the other boxes did on that side. This is very cool. All right, let's take Amumu out. So as you guys can see, Amumu here is the smallest of the Pop Games League of Legends figures at 3 inches in height. So that's probably one of the main reasons why he's so sad, poor guy. But I am loving the sculpted detail. Of course, he's a mummy. He got all the wraps sculpted in nicely all the way throughout his body. Take a look at his body mold and sculpt there, nicely done. And then his head, I love that they applied a wash to accentuate and bring out all that fine detail of his mummy wraps. Great job there. You got the green coloring. Now taking a look at his eyes, great job here with, it's kind of like the opposite of Braum, because Braum had his eyes, while they weren't fully painted in, curved upwards because he's so happy. On the opposite side of the spectrum, we have Amumu here, who has the fully painted yellow eyes with a nice black outline around it, but they're tilted downward because he's sad. And poor guy, he has the tears sculpted in nicely. I mean, I don't know why he's so sad. I know he's loved by many, but great job. I mean, this is an awesome looking sculpt. Nice sculpt of the hands, and he has those big feet, so he is not gonna take a dive. Wow, this was a big video, but I had a ton of fun doing it. These League of Legends pops are awesome, and I was also able to get an unboxing out of it to give you guys some Poroses, mystery minis, a pocket pop keychain, and of course we got Amumu, so hopefully he's not going to be sad anymore. But from numbers 1 to 7 of the Funko Pop Games League of Legends figures, the complete set is right here for you guys. I hope they make more down the line. I definitely got to get 3 more of those Poroses, and I might pick up a few mystery minis, so stay tuned and check out the channel to see what pops up. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a thumbs up and check out my channel for other reviews and unboxings I've done, and I have so many cool things, including a lot more Funko Pop video reviews and unboxing videos, guys. I got a ton of pictures at the end of this video. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm working on Facebook. Thank you so much again. I can't tell you guys enough. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. You know what to do. Peace.